Today, I want to talk to you about why becoming a local business advisor is the most valuable career shift that you could do right now. Now, you might have seen above this live video, I was talking about how, gosh, it breaks my heart. At the beginning of this year, nearly 90,000 businesses started, okay? 90,000 new businesses started. That feels like the economy is doing well and it's exciting and there's a whole world of opportunities. But 90,000 started, 85,000 closed their doors in the first quarter of this year here in the United Kingdom. Now, this is where I feel like I have been put on this earth to fulfill my mission, right? Because if you are burnt out, if you are undercharging, if you're stuck in a business that feels like a monster rather than a mission, I invite you to join me on my mission. And my mission is that there is a huge opportunity out there to save these small businesses. I'm one of the lucky ones. My dad, a tax technician, has always been there beside me, helping me and advising me in the growth of my business and how to run my business and how to make sure that I make money and not lose money. And without him, I wouldn't be where I am today. But not everybody is lucky enough to have the father that I have and have the experience that he has with helping with the financial side of running a business. And so many small businesses are struggling. They are struggling with their profit. They're struggling with getting clients. They're struggling with having a successful business. They are really stressed out and they're having to close their doors. They're seeing their rent go up. The local businesses on the high street are seeing their rent go up. They're seeing that people are spending less money than they have before, some of the time, not all of the time, but some of the time. And especially here where I live, we're watching lots of new businesses come into the town, but we're also seeing lots of businesses either consolidate and move to smaller premises or actually shut the doors completely. And it's heartbreaking, especially the independent businesses. So my mission is to stop this from happening. But I can't do this alone. I need your help. And this is where I want to take all of your experience, your education, who you are, your ability to work with the numbers, to understand strategy, to be able to talk to people about setting goals. And I want you to become the local business advisor and save these businesses. And most people don't need another accountant. Accountants aren't what the world is crying out for. What they're crying out for is someone to help them. They're walking around with an umbilical cord, trying to plug it in somewhere for a lifeline, and you are that lifeline. So you already have the skills. You just haven't packaged them as a solution. I just ran a webinar, and the webinar was called Business Coaches Are Stealing Your Advisory Clients. I just want to share with you. Let me just go to the link here and just quickly run through the kind of things we were talking about. So we were talking about the money conversation, the strategy conversation, and the future conversation. And I gave examples of the questions that you could ask. Then we looked at actually what business coaches are doing and what finance pros are doing, and the approach for business coaches and the approach for finance pros. Now, I went through this webinar in quite some depth, and I've had some great feedback on it. So if you would like to have some support on that, then I would highly recommend that you watch this webinar. So comment below if you would like to watch the webinar, just comment recording and I'll send it through to you. But it's talking about how to have conversations and how to have these advisory conversations that are so greatly needed. So what happens when you position yourself as the local business advisor? You become visible to clients. I teach you how to get in front of clients and how to become valued by the locals, by the small businesses in your network, because you're solving real business problems in real time with them, and you're enabling them to actually be the business that thrives, not just survive, but thrive. And on top of that, you're making sure that they don't have to close their doors within 5 years. 50% of businesses close their doors within 5 years. This shift changes everything. It changes your ability to make more money. It changes the fact that you can influence small businesses and their families. So you have a knock-on effect to the future of the economy, and your energy shifts as well, because you're starting to show up and help people in a much bigger way. You stop chasing clients and you start attracting the ones that really value you and want to pay you handsomely for the work because you offer them a transformation. Now, the biggest takeaway that I got from the webinar today that I was running, and do comment below recording if you'd like a copy of it, but the biggest takeaway I got was that you don't need to reinvent yourself. You going through this webinar, you'll feel more confident by the end of it and go, oh my gosh, I understand that you can show up and help these businesses in this way. So you can start to do this part-time alongside your existing business. If you're still in the corporate world and you'd love to be a small business advisor, you can stay in your job and you can do this as a side hustle until you're earning enough money to be able to leave your job. It's a brilliant idea for a business plan for those who are stuck in corporate and want to escape the corporate world. Now, I'm going to be sharing more on this over the coming weeks, but if the idea of being a local business advisor sparks something in you, then make sure you come to my lives, and also comment below if you'd like a copy of the Business Coaches Are Stealing Your Advisory Clients webinar, because that goes through the kind of conversations you can have as a local trusted business advisor. So thank you. If you've enjoyed listening to this live, please do share it, like and comment below. Let me know if you were listening live, #live, or if you're watching the replay. And if you would like the replay of the webinar, then please can you comment below recording and I will get that over to you. Thanks.